God bless America. Hello everybody, I am the Talk Radio Protege, and this is the Protege program. It's time for my favorite part of the Monday, where I get to talk to you guys about politics, about the news, and about things that are going on in the world around us. Because it is important for us to be high information voters so that we can best support our republic and the democracy that we get to participate in. The story of the day, we have Democrats living in, how do I want to couch this? What phrase do I want to use to try and describe what's going on here? I think it's kind of like buyer's remorse, where it's, but for the Democrats, they experience buyer's remorse when they eviscerate somebody, verbally, of course, over something that they said, and then the pendulum swings back the other way, and they wish that they could say the thing that they just got done verbally eviscerating. But you all will remember, well, maybe not all of you, probably most of you will remember, 2007, late 2007, it was after the election, in 2007, or right before Obama was inaugurated for the first time in 2008, when the media flipped their lids because Rush Limbaugh said that he hoped Obama failed. And they lost their minds, of course, because criticizing the president and saying that you hope the president fails means that you hope the country fails. And now, and then Trump got elected. Trump gets elected 2016, November 8th-ish, 2016, and within 24 hours, Democrats and the left and the mainstream media are all publishing stories saying, remember when Rush said that he wished Obama failed? Well, now I wish that Trump fails. I hope Trump fails, and all that sort of thing. And that's what I think. I want to come up with a word to describe this. It's buyer's remorse, but we need to replace buyer. Maybe we could say speaker's remorse, but I don't think that would be quite as effective. And eviscerator's remorse is just not, it just doesn't fully capture what we're trying to say. Maybe crucifier's remorse would be the would be the right word for it. I don't know. You guys let me know. Come up with something. Remember, the theme is buyer's remorse, and we're describing the cognitive dissonance that Democrats and the left and the media go through when they verbally eviscerate a Republican for saying something, and then they turn around and they want to say the exact same thing just flipping the script. So come up with a phrase for that. I say all of this to talk about what Bill Maher said on his show recently. This was published June 9th, so it was probably the show on the night of the 9th. I'm hoping for a crashing economy so we can get rid of Trump. Bring on the recession. Now, I don't think anybody was saying this in 2007, when the economy was in the midst of its nosedive and crashing into oblivion over the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac fiasco, which of course was Bill Clinton policy. We're actually going to talk a little bit about Bill Clinton in this show today. But I don't remember any Democrats saying, I just really hope that the economy tanks another 1,000 points just to guarantee that we get that Senate supermajority. I really hope that the economy continues to nosedive so that we can get our president elected. I really hope that people lose another couple $1,000s in their retirement plans so that we can get the supermajority in the House. I don't remember any Democrats saying that. But now, the economy is roaring back to life. The stock market is doing great. GDP, I believe, has been growing steadily at above 3%, by the way, which the Obama administration didn't touch for a single quarter. And now we have Democrats and the left literally wishing for the country to fail. They're actually doing what they accused Rush Limbaugh of doing. When Rush said that he hoped Obama failed, you have to remember the policy that Obama was espousing and the rhetoric that he was using. He was talking about fundamentally transforming the United States of America. And somebody like Rush Limbaugh likes the United States of America and its unfundamentally transformed state. So, of course, Rush hopes that Obama will fail. I did too, by the way, just as a side note. But when we hoped that president would fail, we weren't hoping that the country would fail. Because Obama didn't want the country to succeed the way that we wanted or the way that Rush and I wanted the country to succeed. See, we want the country to succeed by virtue of conservative principles and the founding principles and the things that made the country great, that helped the country to grow, that helped the country to become the last bastion of freedom, that we have remained somehow through 8 years of rampant executive overreach. We remain the last bastion of freedom in the West, in the world almost. Certainly it seems growingly in the West. And now the Democrats are saying, please let the economy crash. Please let a recession happen. I think they would be happy with a second Great Depression if it meant that we would vote a Democrat in. And the whole reason that they want to, he says as much in the quote. Maher said he is sorry if it hurts people, but rooting for a recession is a prevention measure to losing democracy. And of course, that's crap. We're not in danger of losing our democracy. If we're in danger of losing our democracy while Trump is in power, then where was Maher when Obama was running roughshod over the Constitution? So this is why I wrote in my notes that the reason that Maher is hoping for a recession, that Democrats on the left are hoping for any disaster, any crippling, crushing societal disaster. They're praying, if they prayed to a god, they would pray for a recession. So for tribalistic reasons entirely, so that their team could be in the White House, so that their team could run the society. And just so that it cannot be said that I would not root for a Democrat president if he was doing things that I liked. Let me tell you some of the things that a Democrat president did that I liked. That Democrat's name is Bill Clinton. He did a couple of things that I think are good for the country. He worked on the Defense of Marriage Act, which I think is a very good thing for this country. I think that acknowledging the established traditions and values of Western culture, things that made the Western society as free as it is and as great and powerful as it is, are good things. And one of those values is the traditional definition of marriage. So I think the Defense of Marriage Act is a very good thing. Bill Clinton passed bills that had tax cuts in them. And tax cuts are a good thing, in my opinion. Bill Clinton passed bills that had spending restraint language in them, and I'm a fan of restraining federal spending. Bill Clinton did the executive order that's called Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And in my opinion, the fewer societal distractions that our military has to deal with, the more efficient of a military it can be. So Don't Ask, Don't Tell, in my opinion, is good policy. Bill Clinton has also been credited as the driving force behind getting the U.S. government fully onto the internet. In my opinion, that's a good thing. It makes
It makes government services more readily available. It makes government information more readily available. And government information being more readily available means that the government can be held to a higher standard of accountability. Those are good things. Now, all of this information comes from Wikipedia, so take that for what it's worth. But I am ready. I am willing. I am prepared. In the words of Zach over at Diversity in Comics, we are ready to heap praise upon Democrats for embracing policy that is good for the country. And when they do that, we will thank them for supporting that policy. But they are not doing that. Case in point, Bill Maher would rather see the economy burn than see Trump succeed. Bill Maher would rather see the country go up in flames as long as a Republican was behind the wheel so that Democrats could take over the next chance they got. Me, I would rather see everyone thrive. I don't care who's driving. I don't care. I think I've said it a couple of times on this show, probably not over and over again. I would give my leg for Ted Cruz to be the president right now, because I think he would literally be doing everything right. I don't think Ted Cruz would be making a single mistake when it comes to leading this country. Maybe in terms of negotiations, he wouldn't be doing the same things that Trump is doing in terms of negotiations, but I don't think that Ted Cruz would be putting the American people in the backseat when it comes to foreign policy. So I don't think that he would be making bad deals for the American people. Ted Cruz, of course, is a conservative. He would be advancing conservative values. He wouldn't be beating around the bush with these liberal proposals. There would be no unforced errors, I think, with President Cruz. But we don't have President Cruz. We have President Trump. And Trump is doing all these things that I think are great for this country. So of course I'm going to support the President Trump. I'm going to support any president that does things that are good for this country. If President Barack Obama had been elected to a third term and passed the tax bill, I would be saying, congratulations, President Obama. You are on the path now. If you continue doing these things, you're on the path to redeeming your presidency. But we don't have President Obama, so I can't say those things about President Obama. We don't have President Cruz, so I can't say that we have my ideal version of a president. We have President Trump. So I'm going to support the things that President Trump does that are good for this country. And he's doing things that are reviving the economy. He's doing things that are getting people back to work. I don't know if Bill Maher has noticed. I assume he's noticed, because he's praying for a crashing economy, which means that the economy must not be crashing. So Bill Maher must notice that the economy is doing well, that people are going back to work. He must notice that black unemployment is at the lowest that it's ever been since we started recording the number called black unemployment. Hispanic unemployment is the lowest that it's ever been since we started recording a number that we called Hispanic unemployment. And the only reason that I call out those two categories specifically is because of all of the direction of the accusation of racism at the president. If Trump is a racist, he's the worst racist that's ever occupied the White House. Just saying. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Leave a like if you didn't enjoy this video. Hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss a single video if you want to see more content like this. Also, make sure that you check back every weekday for a new report, because you never know what things are going on with YouTube. The rumors have been circulating that they're going to start curating your subscription feed. I haven't noticed it in my subscription feed yet, but I hear it's coming. So you might have to start checking back on this YouTube channel
every weekday to make sure that you're not missing out on anything. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you'll join me back tomorrow. Until then, good night and God bless.